The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax and join the conversation. We've got Baron Orman Tagge, Cashmoney007 and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions will have opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true. It's true. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to the Sunday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk, coming to you live on the Pacific414 Blaze channel, the Rumble channel, and the YouTube channel. Along with Baron Orman Tagge, I am your host, Mike. Cash is not here. He is with family today.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to do this when his name came up.
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, he just turned the corner.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy that was going out there beating those people up, screaming something about Barrigate.
Yeah. You're going the right way. Our job here is done, Baron.
Yeah, you're right.
But
and, we bid you all good night, and see you next time.
But for tonight, of course, we are going to be talking about the weekend box office, something that we do each and every Sunday during the Sunday edition of Pop Talk. And of course, the main thing that we are going to be taking a look at is the box office take for the Mandalorian and Grogu. But we also have a couple of other stories we are going to be discussing this evening. And one of them is about Sony's price increase for PlayStation Plus. Yeah. These companies, they keep asking for more and more money. Sony being one of the culprits, besides Nintendo and Microsoft. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're also going to talk about the passing of Blake 7-star Michael Keating at the age of 79. And then we will take a look at the weekend box office, and who knows what else we might bring up in between. But Baron, before we do that, how are you doing today, brother?
I am hanging out just great, especially after all the fun we had with 3 exciting episodes of Star Trek the Animated Series. Last night with Shane, also known as You're Wrong.
That was a lot of fun, and I appreciate Shane coming on and sticking around for the Practical Joker, for the Infinite Vulcan, and more tribbles, more trouble. That was a lot of fun, especially finding out that he'd never seen the animated series.
Yeah, never. I mean, that shocked me. But he was very receptive to it, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And you should too. Not you, Mike,
Yeah.
but people out there.
No. People really should give the animated series a chance. Yes, it's only 22 minutes long for each episode, but
Mhm.
it's still Star Trek through and through.
Yeah, like I said, the only real complaint I usually have about it is it sometimes just seems too short. It's like,
Mhm.
come on, I want more.
But also, I want to take the time to thank everybody who is here with us tonight, and also thank a certain lady and her dragons for a $2 super sticker chat from last night. It was a Shiba Emu farting hearts.
Hi, lady.
And Lady Mist, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it.
Always sneaking in at the last minute, just like Animal pops up at the last minute. You're sneaky, Lady Miss.
You know what she's doing? She's testing me to see if I remember to say anything about it. The next live stream.
Well, and it's working. It's like, how can we forget Lady Miss? Because her dragons will help us remember.
Exactly. Otherwise, we're thrown into the void. And of course, because of that $2 super sticker of that Shiba Emu farting hearts for last night, I have this for you, Lady Mist.
Greed is the purest, most noble of emotions.
Greed is dead. That's the 10th rule of acquisition.
No, it's not. The 10th rule of acquisition is greed is eternal.
Being that she did that late, I think next time SpongeBob won.
The 3 hours later.
Yeah. Well, no, put the money in the bag. No.
All right.
That one next time. I'm threatening with that. But you know what? I'm not afraid of Lady Miss today because I got my dangerous Doxy with me. Right, Duchess? Who is sleeping?
Now that sounds like a match you should watch on pay-per-view or any of the channels. Dragons versus Doxies. Who's going to win?
Well, dachshunds are so fearless, especially even when they have no teeth, like Duchess. Duchess has no teeth, but yet she thinks, "Rawr,"
Yes. And of course, we do have a Norwegian in the chat, Jason Fox of 540 Studio. Good to see you, Jason.
Who
Speaking
gave us half the returns internationally for Street Fighter. Because I heard he just kept on going into the theater. Just spending.
I heard it was Mortal Kombat 2. Street Fighter doesn't come out until October.
Oh, my apologies. Mortal Kombat. I get those two confused. Okay, forgive me. I'm a jerk.
they're both based on fighting games, right? Yeah,
right.
Fighting games, same thing.
I feel like my mom now. Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever one it is. Yeah.
But also to let all channel members know, if you'd like to join Baron and I on the panel, the invite link to join us is posted in the post section on the YouTube channel.
Yo. Hey, the water's fine. You don't have to worry about those warm spots because Cash is not here. Cash not here, man.
I was going to say you don't have to worry about a large chin bumping into you.
Yeah, that's you. Bottom, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Chin! Ba, 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 ba. Bit of Jaws. Yeah. Hey, that should be a movie poster. Chin. And just Cash with his chin coming up. Yeah.
Why not? And Padawannabe says...
Can anybody do that? Anybody else who can do that?
I'm sure they can. I mean, you got Chat GPT, you have Grok, and so many others that can assist you in making it. Heck, even going to Photoshop with a photo of Cash and just extend his chin. And the Padawannabe says, I failed the stream. What do you mean you failed the stream?
Oh, he fails every stream I saw. What's up there, Patty? Oh, the races. Hey, I watched the most important race today. Okay? I don't want to hear anything from Patty about the race because I saw the most important race. It was the Wienermobile race. 6 of them out there on the track, speeding around. Which Wienermobile is going to win?
And we also have Lord Thoth, who says, hail everyone. And Lord Thoth is reminding everybody to like, share, subscribe, hit that like and bell for the notifications. Sign up as a
Lord
member.
Thoth.
Really appreciate that, Lord Thought.
Yes, he's a good guy.
He is. He
Really?
is.
Mhm.
And let's see. Apollome's Minion has popped in over on the Rumble side. Good to see you, Apollome's. How are the roads treating you on this Sunday?
Hopefully they're dry with low winds.
Yes. And Padawannabe says, the race is over, so I can watch you now.
Oh.
Yeah, he lives in the LA area. I don't know where, but it's out in LA.
Yeah. He lives in a tent under one of the overpasses in Kamalaville. And no, I'm not joking. They call a lot of those tent cities. One of those tent cities is known as Kamalaville.
And Padawannabe says you need the upside down chin with the googly eyes in place. The shark and the Jaws poster.
Well, you gotta be careful with that because it could look like a butt if it's upside down chin.
Yeah.
Then it would be what glutes. Glutes. See, I kept
Once more into the breach, old friends. And Apollome says lightning storm, hail, and high gust. Ooh, that's not fun.
Oh.
Because we get them in my area, and whenever I have to drive over the bridge when there's high winds, I hate it.
Yeah.
I could have somebody in the car with me, and they know to go quiet because I'm not going to be paying attention to the conversation. I'm going to be paying attention to keeping the car straight.
You know, that's like up in Duluth. If you want to take that big, huge bridge that goes over into Superior, yeah, it's like you feel like you're going up a roller coaster and going down a roller coaster because of how high it goes, so these ships can go underneath it. And the wintertime, they have these problems where all of a sudden it gets white out. You know, basically the clouds just come in. You can't see a friggin' thing and covers the whole thing with ice. And then you get the inclement weather with the rain and the wind. And going up that high and the wind coming in, it's like, oh, am I going to be on? Am I going to land on board the Emmett Fitzgerald 2 and meet the same fate?
And it's good to see Real Way Gaming Clips.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
And it's come before. It says he knows someone who went to see it twice. I'm thinking that was Mandalorian and Grogu.
Okay. Either that, it was Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Who knows? Since you were talking about both.
I mean, it could be any movie. I mean, I'm guilty of going to see movies more than once, although I haven't done that lately. But
yeah, it's kind of hard to do that. Hey, you want a confession time? I saw Star Trek 5 in the theater twice. I saw it for the when we were doing the Grogu. It was Grogu he's talking about.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you know, it was when our club was doing, you know, our usual activity. And then after I was done doing the graveyard shift at the airlines at the time, I didn't really have anything to do. And I thought, oh, what the hell? Went over to the Yorktown Theater, which is no longer there, sadly, and watched it again. So,
yeah. And I'm not going to shame a kid for taking his grandparents to see the movie twice. If the kid enjoyed it and it brought the kid happiness, then that's all good.
But if you have the kid go, it sucks, then it's like, okay, we failed.
and yes, I want to give a shout out to, of course, all current and former servicemen and women, and of course, with Memorial Day being officially tomorrow, you know, this is the weekend where we take the time to remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country.
And it's nice that some of our streamers here are taking that in full account. Like Pops would normally have his Star Wars Day because that's also the anniversary of Star Wars on that date. But as he told me, we're not doing it because it's on Memorial Day. And it's like, oh, yeah, well, I mean, you can do it another day. It's like, no, just not going to have it this year. So, so that's good.
I was thinking about doing something for Star Wars tomorrow, but then I thought, no, it's Memorial Day. Let's let it be that somber day that it's supposed to be.
Right. And, afterwards, but, I'm going to do it right now. And it saddens me. It saddens me greatly that when you turn on the telly or open up a paper, if there, if you can find one or whatnot, or they still send junk mail and they go have the Memorial Day sale. Hey, yeah, and don't forget to go out and grill. It's like, this is not what this holiday is for. And the worst thing to ever have happened is make Memorial Day constantly on a Monday to do the quote unquote 3-day weekend. Yeah, the start of the summer, right? But that's not what it's for. It's not going out there and grilling weenies and burgers or kale. It depends, where you are at on the scale of eating. It's not about getting a great deal at a store. In fact, stores should be shut, closed down, except for the true ones that should stay open in case of emergencies and essentials. We need to get back to remembering those that we have lost.
Mm-hmm.
We have Veterans Day, which celebrates all veterans, which of course is in November. But this is the one where we just need to step back and reflect upon those who have served before us and we've lost. And I know expanded even more to those that, we've lost since, after the war, even, like my grandfather and such. But yeah, they should be remembered as well. They didn't die in the war, but they still served and are no longer with us.
They still made a sacrifice,
right,
to go and fight for the country and protect all of us. Whether we agree or disagree with the administration at the time that sent us off to war, we still had many men and women who went off to war, and spent months away from their families, years away from their families.
Yeah, I was going to say sometimes it was years, yeah. And that's what we need to remember, the great sacrifices, which seems to be something that we don't drill into people's heads enough. They're too busy with other BS in school teaching garbage. What gender am I and shit like that, when it should be, this is the perfect opportunity to sit back and say, this is what we had to help protect our country. Yes, there were unpopular wars, but you go out there and remember the soldiers. It's the government that you had a disagreement with, not the soldiers. And the same thing with the soldiers on the other side. There's nothing wrong with remembering soldiers on the other side, because many of them, right, just like we had a lot of bad apples on our side, which does not define our military, but we had bad apples. On the other side too of a lot of these were just average people. Yeah, bad apples over there, but like in Germany, you had some guy rousted up to be part of the Wehrmacht, whether he liked it or not. Or maybe he did join them because, all they had was brainwashing at that time. Same thing with Soviet Union, even with the Cold War. I mean, many Soviet soldiers, just average people, make picking beets so they can get borscht and all that. And even in the Middle East, a lot of soldiers are just average. The only ones we hear about with the fiercely loyal are the top elite, the Republican Guard or whatnot. But they too are soldiers. They have family and they're humans, and they're just as much pawns in these political games as ours are. And most importantly, let us remember the Confederate soldiers out there. There is nothing wrong with it. There's nothing racist about it. There's nothing treasonous about it. Those that died for the South during the Civil War, they are Americans. They laid down their lives, and many had horrible lives afterwards from the injuries that they had. And how dare anybody try to destroy them and tear down their statues? They are us. We just had a disagreement. So let us remember. Great, great, great pops. Thank you. Muchos gracias, man.
Yes.
I was going my hair. Going Spanish and German at the same time. Talk about screwed up. But no, honestly, we need to remember that even the British troops during the Revolutionary War, no, in a sense, they were our brothers at that time with our disagreement. So, yeah, there's bad apples, but there's also much more in the area of decent people just trying to get through.
Yeah. We have decent people in the chat who are trying to get through. Decent people in the chat who are veterans of our armed forces, and I thank you all very much for your service to this country.
Right. So, but as much as possible tomorrow, please, people, I beg of you, I plead with you, at least take a moment aside and reflect upon those who have gone before us, laying their lives down, and those that afterwards, through attrition of age or wounds that they finally succumb to from their service, or whatever it might be. Let us please start remembering. Honor Memorial Day.
And Lady Miss says it right there. Veterans is for all troops. Memorial Day is when we honor our fallen. Right.
Exactly. Those that are still with us. And that's when we open a beer with them, or if they're alcoholic near beer or cola, because let's face it, a lot of soldiers came back and had issues. But whatever it might be for a cold drink, just open one up and enjoy and just shoot the breeze. Don't even bother them about their service unless they want to, because sometimes people don't want to. Maybe they don't want to open up. But yeah, save that for Veterans Day. And let us remember those who have gone before us.
Yes. And yes, Wade, you are a moderator now. I only give the wrench to those who have earned my trust.
Then why did Cash get one?
He's a co-host who has earned my trust, just like you're someone who has earned my trust. Lady Miss has earned my trust. Pops has earned my trust.
But Cash is a little squirrely,
Not saying that everyone else here hasn't earned my trust. You have. But I've gotten to know Wade, not only from him coming to my channel, but also on other channels. I've gotten to know Lady Miss, gotten to know you. I've gotten to know Pops. I've gotten to know the Long Suffering a little bit.
Yeah,
and I'm happy to have everybody here.
Yeah. Shouldn't she be? The game must be over if she did that. Then okay, I don't hear hollering coming, the whoops and such.
Well, sometimes the hollering of whoops come when someone's coming from behind and won the game.
Are just good plays. Yeah, there was a grand slam earlier in that game. So
nobody pays any fees for a wrench, Padawannabe.
Except Padawannabe. But don't say anything. I'm the one that's charging. He doesn't realize that it's free, but I'm scamming him. I learned from my Somali neighbors on how to do stuff like that. So quiet.
Well, let's see what's going to happen with our first story here, as Sony has announced PlayStation Plus price increases. Yeah, and their excuse. You're either going to roll your eyes or you're just going to shake your head or say they'll make any excuse.
I'm doing both at this moment.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Well, the Clowns won. They came from behind in the 8th. Woohoo!
Nice.
The party animals. Yeah, the party animals are doing a pretty good job cleaning their clock. But you know what? It's banana ball, just like baseball. Don't count. It ain't over till it's over, as a certain gentleman pontificated it.
You'll get better.
Yep.
I mean, let's face it. Your team could be down going into the bottom of the 9th and find a way to come back. My team hasn't been able to find a way to win since their 2 10-game winning streaks.
But I've seen it more than once. You know, it's amazing. Bottom of the ninth, basically 2 outs, and you have a guy up there, and he's on his second strike, and boom, that's it. He and all of a sudden the tides turn with that one, and they managed to bring in run after run while still on that third out or second out, and then eventually they hit the third out, and the game's over. So
Yeah, I mean, there have been times where a team has been 2 outs away from winning, and then everything just falls apart.
yeah, it's just amazing.
I can remember a
That's why I
game.
love that game.
I can remember a game. It was 2001. Rich Aurelio was on the mound for the Cubs, and he ended up blowing the game for the Cubs.
Oh. It was a sad day in Chi-Town.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I said Aurelio. It's Rick Aguilera. Always
Rick
mix up
Aguilera.
those two guys.
He was
Yeah,
one
the
of
former
ours.
twin. Yeah, one of your guys.
Mm-hmm.
But we have this article from Nicole Stewart of Bounding into Comics. It was posted on the 18th. And yeah, the reason why Sony's announcing the price increases is due to ongoing market conditions.
Uh-huh. And jury's still out on her. I want to see more articles from her and see, because, you never know.
Just because I don't like one article or 2 articles from her doesn't mean I'm not going to find one that I go, you know what? She's got a point.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't like I said, the jury's still out. I want to see more articles. So, I mean, that's a good thing, right? At least I think.
I think it is, but that's just my opinion. What they say about everybody's opinion.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should shun her. I'm shunning her now. I don't want to see this article. I'll talk to you all later after this.
Okay. All right. See you later, Baron. All right. It says the gradual rise of prices hasn't slowed down, and the next victim is PlayStation Plus subscribers. In a recent X post by PlayStation's official page, it was announced that a PlayStation Plus price increase is coming. Starting May 20th, PlayStation Plus prices for new customers will increase in select regions. Due to ongoing market conditions, prices will start at $10.99 US for 1 month subscriptions and $27.99 US for the 3-month subscriptions due to ongoing market conditions.
Okay.
And of course, it took place this past Wednesday, but I don't know how many people were aware of it. That's why I selected the article to try to get word out there.
I didn't know about it, but I know Cash has been kind of grumbling about something there a little bit.
Yeah,
and so are others in the Warriors group that we have.
Yes, and what does Cash not say?
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yeah, well, that's usually the first words out of his mouth. Hello, Cash. You know what grinds my gears? That's not a proper hello.
Hey guys, okay, Cash, what is it?
Yep. Okay, sitting down, getting ready. Go for it, man.
And of course, it went in effect this past Wednesday. It will only affect 1 month and 3-month memberships. It's still a price increase. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 3 months or 6 months. It's still affecting the wallet.
Exactly. Maybe it's trying to push them into the higher bracket ones too, saying, see, it's getting closer to the higher bracket ones. Maybe you should start thinking about that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're going to be pushing, Baron.
Just knowing how these scumbags and work, and I'm talking about even at the phone company, when I worked for the phone company, many other things like that. That's how they like to work. they like to go out there and up it. So it's like, okay, well, just for a couple dollars more, you can go for the higher tier one, which is where they want you anyways.
Mhm.
They don't want those lower tiers.
Yeah. And it's good to see Lester, the Skeptic Tank, who says, been lurking since my PS4 was decommissioned. I didn't renew my sub. Ooh, sorry to hear that.
Well, yeah, but still smart man for not renewing. But I hate to hear that the PS went down, man.
Yeah. And it's saying $3, but that $3 for that 3-month plan, that increase, that adds up after a while.
Well, not only that, if with everybody doing it, everyone's going out there with, we're just going to increase it. Netflix, we're just going to increase it. PlayStation, we're just going to increase it.
Microsoft,
we're just going to increase it. It's like, okay, fine. And so it's like $3 here, $2 there, $5 there. Start adding up. That's a lot of money.
Because in this generation of console and gaming, I've seen prices go up. I haven't seen them go down.
Yeah.
You used to see the prices of the consoles and the games go down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, normally. But the greed is strong with these ones. With these people there.
It says, though the post does say that the price change will not apply to current subscribers except in Turkey and India unless the existing subscription changes or lapses. That's
screw Turkey and India. Screw them. Oh, sorry.
That's still not an excuse.
No.
Oh, it won't affect you if you keep your subscription going, but it will if you let it lapse 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
That's still no excuse to increase the prices for a subpar product. And that's what PlayStation Plus is to me, a subpar product.
It is. And just because they're seeing that now, come on, we all know better than that. All of a sudden down the line, everyone's going to have it increased. But I thought we were grandfathered in. Really? You really thought?
Oh, you naive Baron Orman Tagge.
Yep. Well, I was with StreamYard. Screw you guys.
Yeah, that's a perfect example there, Baron.
Yep.
You were supposed to be grandfathered in. Many other people were supposed to be grandfathered in to the $10 per month plan with StreamYard. They even promised when you signed up for that it would never change. In new ownership, guess what? The new ownership says, those rules are out. These are the new rules.
Well, because then they sit back and say, well, see, you made a deal with the other company. We're the new company. So F you. Instead of being honoring what has come before, because it's still the same product. So screw you.
Yeah, $5 would get you a milkshake in Pulp Fiction, and you can also get a Royale with cheese.
Mm-hmm. That's if you're in France. That's if you're
I know. I'm just making a reference, Baron.
I know. I'm just clarifying the reference more.
Also, this will only affect the essential package as of now. And while there's no confirmation on whether it will affect the extra or premium tiers, it will. It will.
It's like Marvel. Here's phase 1. Wait until we get to phase 3.
Yeah.
And trust me, you won't like phase 2 either.
No. It might be best to assume it'll likely rise eventually. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and play one of our favorite clips that we really haven't been playing that much.
Yeah, we haven't.
What the hell you say?
I should bring up the clip thing and be more diligent in doing the clips,
We've both been slacking on that.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. But the one thing I have to say so far about what we've been getting from Sony.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, unfortunately it is. If you could get anything for $5 nowadays, you're happy about it. Oh, cool. $5.
Yeah. Remember?
Gosh. Remember going to Arby's and getting 5 roast beef sandwiches for $5?
I remember it well. I gained many a pound
So did I.
hearing that. And remember regular price, $5, $5. I think that was
Yeah.
Domino's. Yeah. So,
Or how about the $5
another
$5 foot long?
That went the way of with Jared. Yeah.
Chef Jared Fogle.
Yeah. You know, that episode of South Park was hysterical. Jared has AIDS. That was a hysterical episode. You know,
I never saw it.
You never saw it? Oh. You know, when we quit Subway, the owners of that particular Subway, because again, the ones that we worked for got sold to this other company, and we're working for this other company that were a bunch of twat waffles.
Mhm.
And we were thinking, too bad we didn't leave one of the Jared stand-ups and we tossed it out when we were supposed to, because we would have left and we would have put the Jared Fogle stand-up somewhere in the lobby. Yeah.
And getting back to this article, it says this is yet another frustrating news for gamers as prices have continued to rise over the months instead of decreasing. While the rise of subscription prices seems inevitable, it's only been a month since we learned PlayStation 5 prices will increase. Well, you know, I have the perfect clip to play that represents not just Sony, but a lot of these companies. And I know I've already played it, but it fits.
Greed is the purest, most noble of emotions.
Greed is dead. That's the 10th rule of acquisition.
No, it's not. The 10th rule of acquisition is greed is eternal.
And of course, you know, they counter to us with this.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, what else does this article have to say? According to the official statement, when the price increase was notified, it was due to the continued pressures in global economic landscape. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of these companies looking for any excuse to gouge us.
Right.
Any and all excuses. Oh, the economy is weak. Oh, this is happening. That's happening. No, you're just looking for an excuse, and this is your perfect scapegoat.
Sounds about right to me. Yeah.
I still have my PlayStation 1. I've never gotten rid of it.
I got a 360 and the first generation Xbox One, you know, when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got rid of those because there's games on there I like, you know. It's like,
Yeah. That you still want to play.
Mm-hmm. You know,
and they're not going to, you know, put them on their service as an emulated ROM because that's the only way they'd be able to do it.
Yeah. I just hate to know how long it would take for it to update everything when I plug those son of a bitches in.
If it'll even update.
Yeah, that's true. That's sad. But you know what I gotta say to Sony?
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no 350, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him
and that's Cash giving them $1.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, we're not picking on Cash. Anytime one of us isn't here, we you know, make fun of that person for not being here. So,
yeah, so
it's just the norm.
Yeah.
If I'm not here, then I expect Cash and Bear to poke fun at me. Hell, if I'm not here, this would be Pacific414 Pirate Talk.
Arr! And more importantly, this is why you always see me here. I'm too much of a wuss to have them attack me when I'm gone.
Baron's like, nope. Nope. You're not going to pick on me.
Nope. No way, no how. I'm here because last thing I need is Mike and Cash going.
If you've got an issue, here's a tissue.
And then you're going to come back because this is one of your favorite clips. Let me find it real quick. Well, as quick as I can, because we got a lot of clips, man.
We do, don't we?
I know we have it here. I haven't gotten rid of it. There it is.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
Mm-hmm. Are you the clip keeper? I'm the clip master.
And it goes on to say here, for a console that was released in 2020, almost 6 years ago,
Yeah.
a $50 to $100 increase depending on the system is outrageous. That paired with the now increased PlayStation Plus subscriptions is making fans concerned. Comms have shown their distaste, with the top commenter saying blaming marketing conditions is insane. It should be free to play online games without paywalls in 2026. That's what it should be, but all these companies are concerned with is their bottom line.
Well, yeah, and that's understandable. There's nothing wrong with a company concerned about their bottom line, but we all know that, the one thing I was taught is you have three levels. You have the bare minimum, and usually this is to negotiation, but it also can go with, with your profits as well. You have your bare minimum. You can't go lower than that. You have the Goldilocks zone, right? Boom. Perfect. Right. Then you got the pie in the sky. And my instructor always told me, don't get lost with the pie in the sky. Remember, if you get down to that Goldilocks zone or slightly higher, you did a great job. Well, the thing is with these companies is, the Goldilocks zone isn't good enough for them. They want to go for the pie in the sky. And they don't see anything other than that. So
no.
That's right, Duchess? Yeah.
And it says another commenter, it said games up, consoles up, accessories up, now subs up again. Mm-hmm. At some point, market conditions just become the industry version of because we can. And that's what it really boils down to, is because we can, because we're the company, we're Nintendo, we're Microsoft, we're Sony. We can raise the prices on you.
We're the assholes. Yeah.
The
what
news
you
is
gonna do about it? Start your own gaming company?
Considering all the billions of dollars you would need to start one nowadays.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I don't know. Take a look at these guys that do these indie games and all that. Jeez.
But
no wonder why.
I'm talking about if you wanted to create a company that would be a viable competition to a Sony, a Microsoft, or a Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, it just means they need to be broken up. That's the thing. They absorb so many out there. It's like, well, the competition is lower, so we can go out there and fleece,
Yeah. It says the news is just another example of why many believe games are becoming inaccessible and an expensive hobby. I mean, currently, if you want a Nintendo Switch 2 with the digital copy of the latest Mario Kart, it's $500, and that's not including your local state taxes.
Yes. No, I'm glad I'm not a big time gamer. I'm just happy with playing with Steam and my computer and whatnot. It's like, it's just disgusting.
But I'll give Nicole Stewart credit. This is a good article. She wasn't trying to make an excuse for Sony.
Great article. Yeah, see, this is why the jury's out on her. She does these great articles, and then there's some iffy ones where it's like, what are you trying to get at? So keep up the good work, Nicole.
Yeah. And I'm not going to be giving Sony money for PlayStation Plus because I currently don't, and I have no plans to.
To be honest, I never had anything with PlayStation, so like I said, I've had Microsoft stuff. So
what I always thought was, a raw deal was on PlayStation 3, you can, play online with your friends without having to sign up for PlayStation Plus. Then the PlayStation 4 comes out, and you need to have a PlayStation Plus subscription in order to play online with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's a load of bullshit.
Right.
But yeah, Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, you get gamers that are going to go through a withdrawal, and then they start realizing, oh, I really, don't need to rely on this as much. I mean, yeah, gaming and playing games, but do I really need the new system and these overpriced games? You start finding, well, these older games are still damn good, or these indies are a lot better. So, and I'll just go on a computer because your prices go up. I might as well just streamline it and have a nice computer set up and rock and roll.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
nothing
that's
wrong.
what I like about computer. It's a multi thing,
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with playing an older game that you have in your library already.
Damn straight. Mad Max, the original Space Marine, not the remastered one. By the way, go to Steam. They got their Skull sale, Space Marine and Dark Tide, ridiculously low prices.
Get them while you can at that low price.
Right. Oh, amen.
I'm serious, because when you had told me that the original Space Marine was on sale that time for that ridiculous price of, I think it was $12, $13.
Yeah.
Compared to its normal $60 price. It's like, yeah, I am going to pick it up.
Well, just to let you know right now, and this is a free service. I am not being paid. Gladius is again 100% free. So you can have that one. For no money. Go get it. If you like a little strategy type. Dark Tide is $9.99.
That's a good price for Dark Tide.
Right. Rogue Trader is $19.99. What we got going on here? Come on, guys, be nice to me, you little effers. Of course, they have a bunch of their old games that they put on here again. There's no bolt guns coming. Come on, I had a better list. Than this, you mothers. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. I said mothers. You mothers. Where was that? I want all. So yeah, I mean, right there, that's two good prices. Let me roll down here. Just gonna roll on down. Maybe it'll be nicer to me. Yes, sirree. I mean, if you like the Total Warhammers, they're $15 each. Oh yeah, the Mastercraft edition of Space Marine is $9.99.
That's a good price. That's an excellent price, by the way.
Okay, Vermintide 2, folks, $1.50.
Now that's a deal.
I mean, yeah, $149. Yeah, that is a huge deal. There you go. If you're into Warhammer stuff,
even with tax, it's not going to cost you that much.
No, hell no. Of course, if you want to have the space battle, I see Gothic, Battlefleet Gothic or whatever it's called is $2.99. Boom. I mean, huge sale. That was the Mastercraft, but I saw the original enhanced, that's the Mastercraft, but the enhanced one, which is still the old one without being screwed up, that was on sale too, and it was pretty. Actually, it was being sold for higher than the enhanced.
Wow.
Yeah, it tells you something because they know they got a turd.
They
got a turd, don't you know? I mean, okay, okay. You should make this. Hired Gun, Necromunda, $509. Mechanicus, $270. Dark Tide, I think I said that, $735.
Yeah, but I was just gonna mention Epic Games. Go to their site every Thursday. Usually after 10 o'clock Eastern. That's when I know they've changed it before. I don't know if that's still the time, but I know if I ever go on to Epic Games, they offer a free game every week. So if there's, right now they're offering 2.
Yep, and one of which, at least I got it, the Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, even though I already have it as part of my GOG account, I went ahead and scooped it up on my Epic account.
Yep. That's how you do it. I mean, that way you got a backup just in case. You never know, boys and girls.
Oh, Padawannabe wants to see the clip. I'd buy that for $1. All right. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'd buy that for $1.
There you go. But yeah, look for those free games on Steam. Look for the free games on Epic. If you have an Amazon Prime account, also look and see what free games that they might be offering just for being a Prime member.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, and if you want your skins for Space Marine 2, because they got a big, huge update that they have on there, those have gone down, are on sale too. So the season pass and a lot of the skins, if you want your skins. I got my dark Angel, so I'm happy there. Oh, the anniversary. Oh, yeah. Oh, so listen to this. Okay, so you got the anniversary edition, right? Which is the old one. $9.99. You got the enhanced Mastercraft edition. Again, $9.99. So between the two, go for the original.
Yeah, go for the original. Skip the remastered version because that thing is bugged as all can be as far as its controls are concerned. If you don't believe me, go back to the Space Marine stream I did.
Yeah, poor guy. I feel sorry for you. Felt sorry for you. And yeah, and Space Marine's still a fun game, even though it's like, 10, 11 or so years old.
It's still fun.
Oh, damn, isn't it? Oh, okay. And, again, Dark Tide. Again, like I said, if you like shooters or if you like Warhammer, boom, there it is. Vermintide 2. We have too much fun with that. Cash, we have too much fun with that. Hint.
Well, because his character keeps calling us mayflies.
Yeah.
Let's go, mayflies. I'm going to go and I'm good and ready.
I should pay attention to what my character says.
I mean, those games are fun. When we were playing Dark Tide, we were having a lot of fun doing that, of course.
Yelling at each other. Yeah.
Do better, guys.
Yeah.
We are, coach.
Yeah. It's like George Lucas, faster, more intense, faster, more intense. It's like, okay. Great coach.
I hate the times I just say to Catch, fuck you, coach.
Yeah. He has said that a few times.
I know.
I'm still telling our chat. They might not know.
Well, I was letting them know too. It's like telling me what to do, coach, when you're not even doing any better.
Do better.
All right, Mike Julian. All right, everybody, Rambo it.
Stealth, man. You gotta do stealth.
Not a Dark Side.
No. Not in Dark Tide, not in Vermintide, not in...
Nope.
Well, you got some stealth in Space Marine too, because you got stealth.
You do. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our next story of the evening. And of course, it is a sad story. It is the passing of actor Michael Keating from Blake 7. So keep losing them, Baron.
Sorry about that, man.
It's not your fault. I'm just saying we keep losing them.
I know.
These great actors.
Oh, I thought you were saying about the article. I thought you were... Sorry.
No.
I heard you wrong. Yeah, I know exactly.
I mean, who's going to replace these actors?
Elliot Page. I'm Achilles.
No.
I mean, we don't know if she's playing it.
I don't know. I don't know. And honestly, I'm not really that interested in seeing the Odyssey.
Well, I'm not going to watch it. It's just a bunch of BS. Read the book, people. Books, I should say. Iliad and the Odyssey.
Would you like to read this article, Baron?
Sure. Shoot me the link.
All right. Give me a second. Okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah, I lost it when I gave it to you. I guess I could have done some hunting in the chat, but I'm lazy. So this is
that's why I keep the links in the description.
Yeah. Oh, I could have looked down there too, but I keep on forgetting about that. Don't mind me. So this comes from the tabloid rag, and it is page 6. But it's about the only bit of news that really came prominent about his passing. Doctor Who star, which is, let's get rid of that. Blake 7 star Michael Keating dead at age 79. It's bylined by Eric Tadisco, and it's bylined datelined May 22nd. So not too long ago, a couple of days ago. So Michael Keating, best known for his roles in Doctor Who, Blake 7, and EastEnders, has died. He was 79. Keating passed away peacefully at home on Sunday, April 26th. His agent, Dan Ireson, confirmed in a statement to page 6 on Friday. So he's been passed away for a little bit now.
Yeah, and then the reason why we're probably finding out about it, although it may tell us in this article, it may not, is because the family wanted to make sure that all the affairs were in order. That's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. It's like, but the sad part is, of course, the actor was struggling with dementia before passing. Ireson revealed, and of course, there's some pictures of the gentleman from better days. So Keating was born in Edmonton, Middlesex on this February 10th, 1947.
It's interesting, Baron. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, go ahead. Good.
Underneath here for the first photo, they're saying that he died on Sunday, May 17th.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, this is a RAG anyways, so we could probably look it up and get a better idea for the date. According to his IMDb,
I'll just do that.
You do that, sir. Good, thank you. Keating's first acting role was an episode of the British TV series Special Branch in 1969. He went on to have a notable role in the 1977 Doctor Who story, The Sunmakers, set during the 15th season of the beloved series with Tom Baker as the 4th Doctor. Mediocre story. Robert Holmes complained about the tax system. And they were set on Pluto. Pluto is a planet. Keating also lent his voice for multiple Doctor Who audio projects produced by Big Finish. In a statement about Keating's death, Big Finish dubbed the late star warm, wily, honest about his own limitations, and almost impossible not to love, which I've never heard a bad word said about the chap.
And before you continue, according to IMDb, he did pass away on the 26th of April.
Okay. So, page 6 being idiots. Keating's big TV break came in 1978 when he landed a starring role as Villa Restal, a skilled thief in Blake 7, Terry Nation production. If you don't know who Terry Nation is, he's invented the Daleks. He was also in, I believe, every episode of the series 4-year run as well. So, and you just couldn't help but love his character also. The sci-fi show, which aired on the BBC from 78 to 81, is about a group of rebels who fight an evil dictatorship that has taken over Earth. Keating reprised his Blake 7 role in voice form for several podcast series in the 2010s and the early 2020s, also produced by Big Finish. The company's Blake 7 producer, Peter Engelhilds, forgive me for ruining it, gushed in a statement that he was a joy to work with Keating over the year. His jury presence on days was always most welcome. Sit at the back of the audio sorcery control room, hooting with laughter at his comic timing and our recordings, he wrote. Keating also notably appeared in 54 episodes of the soap opera EastEnders as Reverend George Stevens. Other TV credits include the play on one, Kinsey, Casualty, Midsummer Murders, and more. I'm sure the Americans would probably know more about Murders. But, prominently, a British actor. So, yeah, another one has gone. I think right now only the female stars are left, except for the bad girl.
Mm-hmm.
But they have all gone. Garth Thomas is gone. The actor who played Avon, forgive me, I can't. Oh, probably the other guy too, in the the third and fourth season. He's still around too. But yeah, there's sadly on us. And who's going to replace them?
Exactly. I mean, I can't think of anybody as far as any actor. I don't care if they're American, British, or where they hail from.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be the person to step up and not necessarily fill that void, but be there and be that kind of versatile actor that people will go, yeah. So and so, yeah. They're definitely worth the watch.
Yeah, and they're fun to work with and such. And more importantly, shows like Blake 7.
Mm-hmm.
How could we ever have one of those come through with today's climate in doing television?
It wouldn't work in today's climate.
Yeah, I mean, the closest we had with Yank TV was Babylon 5, because a lot of inspiration came from Blake 7 for Babylon 5, as well as a lot of other things. But that was definitely in one of the top 10s for inspiration.
Yeah. Well, may he rest in peace. And
yeah. And let them battle the Federation now on the other side. And yes, that's who the bad guys were in Blake 7, the Federation.
Mm-hmm. Not Star Trek's Federation. Do you want to clarify that?
Maybe it was a mirror. You never know.
Maybe.
You never know. You just never know.
No, you don't.
And the actress who played Sally Avon, she knew how to make a woman with really short hair look sexy. Rest her soul.
So
Jacqueline Pierce, that's her name.
So, Baron, you ready to go into the box office? Are you ready to go into the box office?
Yeah, and are we gonna see shenanigans at all? I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna try to break it down as best I can.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, the weekend box office, because you know that for this weekend, Disney was betting on their Disney Plus TV series to become a hit movie. Stop.
What?
No, I hit the breaking news instead of the weekend box office. So I was like, stop. That's an error on me. Yeah. 2 runs are going to score.
Well, I thought that's apropos. That's why I put in the explosion, the guy screaming. It's apropos to have.
All right. So this only includes the 3-day weekend for this total right here of 82 million. Still, if it was a normal 3-day weekend, that's not a lot. Now, if you factor in, the Thursday previews, this is the total that the movie has currently.
Mm-hmm.
Domestically, 102 million versus $63 million internationally for a total of $165 million.
You know, that shocks me a little bit. I would have thought international would be higher. Because they love this shit in Japan and in Korea and all that. I mean, and even, other, England, stuff like that. I'm surprised it's not higher. Maybe even Norway.
Yeah, and for a film that supposedly had a production budget that does not include the advertising budget, but the production budget was $160 million. And then you put in the advertising budget, which some speculated on news outlets like MovieWeb, saying it could have been somewhere around $82 million.
Ooh.
You have outlets reporting that in order for this movie to break even, it would have to make $600 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Because, the budget they had, that's tiny for a Star Wars film. Of course,
the lowest budget for a Star Wars film in current day. I mean, let's remember that Solo, a Star Wars story, actually went over budget because of the reshoots.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kathleen.
Well, this is also a Kathleen Kennedy project. Yes, Jon Favreau wrote the story and directed it, but still, Kathleen Kennedy was president of Lucasfilm at the time this was being done.
Yeah, she had her fingers in this one. And it also gave David Filoni his big screen break as Trapper Wolf. I'm better than Lucas. I can do this.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Oh, he's not the only Hollywood exec that thinks highly of himself.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. No, people aren't as humble as like Kurtzman. People need to be humble like Kurtzman and Abrams. And all that. I don't know why he just doesn't follow their lead.
Now, just asking Bane's co-pilot how much the movie would have to make in order to break even. According to Bane's co-pilot, and I'll throw it right here, it says that the Mandalorian and Grogu needs to earn approximately $415 to $500 million worldwide to break even and start generating a profit. I don't see it doing that.
Well, no, I think the international market really failed them.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a victory. Not a victory. And of course, next week's movie will be interesting to see because let's face it, we all know it's the trend. It's not just picking on this film; it's the trend that we've seen.
It's a trend we've seen for the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, next week, domestically, we could see 40 million or 43 million.
Well, think about it too. Pressure comes out this Friday.
Do you think that would be? Do you think that's going to be a powerhouse, or at least?
I'm not saying it's going to be a powerhouse, but I think it could take a chunk of the Mandalorian and Grogu's money.
Yeah,
you have Brandon Fraser in it, and people love him.
Yeah, they do.
And for anyone who's a history buff and especially concentrates on World War II, it's an interesting story about, combating the weather conditions for the Normandy landing on D-Day.
I mean, who would have thought about doing a movie about the weather conditions, right? That, think about it. We wanted something new. Here it is.
Yeah. We're bitching and complaining about not getting anything new. Well, guess what? We're getting something new.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start somewhere.
A different approach to a war film, something that a lot of people don't think about when they see these movies, or even look at the history. The weather conditions, or how the trying to figure out what the weather is going to be like, how it's going to influence their plans and such.
Mm-hmm.
And this being one of probably the most important landings on a beach ever. in current history. I mean,
Yeah. I think it's an important story to talk about. It's not just the many pieces of equipment, the many lives who were sent to invade Normandy that day, occupied France, but also what they had to contend with. And Mother Nature is something to contend with.
yeah, she can be the biggest enemy sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And I do have interest in seeing this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not Mandalorian and Grogu, folks. Pressure.
Yeah. I'd probably wait for like a streaming or whatever to see it, because I just don't go out.
Yeah.
But and I can't afford it. But yeah, it's definitely one that got my interest.
Mm-hmm.
One of those where you wish your grandfather was still around and able to talk to him about that. It's like, because he flew C-47s dropping troops over France during D-Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, tell me a little bit more about that. I'm not getting the details about the nasty stuff, just that part.
Yeah, or you hear him say something, that's not right. That's not how we did it, and then you go, what? What's not how you guys did it? Tell me.
Oh, he would rip things apart, like Memphis Belle. It opens up with the big party and the balloons dropping, and first thing that came out of his mouth, there's no way in hell you'd be seeing those balloons dropping because we would have needed that rubber for the war effort.
Mm-hmm.
First things, literally, the first things out. That's the one thing I remember the most about that movie was him making that comment. I mean, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong.
It is, but your grandfather was absolutely right. During that particular period in time, every scrap of metal, every piece of rubber, not rubble, but every piece of rubber, everything was needed for the war effort. Food, guess what? It's going to our troops.
Yeah,
tin
cans.
Yeah.
People saved their grease so they could reuse it at home,
Mm-hmm.
or even send it in. So one of the products of helping make gunpowder and such like that. But yeah, you saved your your lard or whatever. You had your stamps, of course, the food stamps, or what were those?
War bonds.
Ration cards. Yeah.
Don't forget the war bonds.
Oh yeah, and then of course they encourage you to go out there and get war bonds. In fact, they got downright down to it. And they say, if you have any money left, don't think about going out and entertaining yourself. Think of your troops and use that money for war bonds. It's like, what the hell, man? It's like, yeah, I mean, people are giving in, but I mean, telling people to give everything and not have anything for themselves. It's like, come on, that's getting a little too carried away, because I listen to a lot of old radio programs. I just love listening to these old programs, and sometimes they'll have those old adverts in there because it's part of the show. And it's like, come on, man. It's like, yeah, I realize it's important, but we were a little bit more of a prosperous nation than that. We could spare a couple dollars.
Yeah. And of course, you see Inception only made $22.4 million this weekend. It had around, I want to say, what was it, 40 last week, or not even that much. But one thing that we've noticed each and every week, folks, when we've looked at the weekend box offices, we've noticed that the number one movie the previous week becomes either the number 2 movie or the number 6 movie, and has a steep drop. Even Michael had a steep drop.
Yeah, huge. I would have thought it wouldn't have had such a drop. I knew it was going to have one. It's inevitable. But I thought it would have a little bit more legs to it.
Yeah, of course, it was the number 1 movie last week. It did make $21 million this weekend. And it's not a failure.
No.
When you look at its box office, which is impressive, especially when you put it against its budget, which was over $100 million.
and it did better for the opening 3 day than Mando. You take a look at that 97.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it opened just a few weeks ago, 97 million was its total, and then you have The Devil Wears Prada 2. I mean, look, it's already up to 600 million worldwide, and that's due to the international audience.
Oh yeah, they love that stuff. Again, overseas. That's why, like I said, Mando and Grogu being so low has two things ringing in the back of my mind. Why is so low international? And is it really, is there shenanigans that Disney has done before?
Well, would it be a surprise if there's shenanigans with Disney? Because we saw it with Captain Marvel. Yeah, I always hold it against Disney for Captain Marvel when that was released 7 years ago.
But it wasn't just Captain Marvel; they were doing it for a lot of their films. So
I know, but that's the one that got a lot of attention because you would have people taking pictures of their auditoriums when they were going to see it, and a lot of the auditoriums were empty.
Mm-hmm.
And The Sheep Detectives has 46 million in total domestically for 76 million worldwide, and it only made 9 million. I mean, I look at these numbers, Baron, especially for a Memorial Day weekend. It's supposed to be the official kickoff to summer for a lot of Hollywood summer blockbusters, and these aren't the numbers you'd expect.
Yeah, this is the beginning of summer, and despite what I said in my rant, a lot of people choose to use this as free time and fun, and that's when they fill into the theaters. And even like tomorrow, let's go to the theaters. But this is pathetic. Pathetic.
I mean, this is pathetic for a brand new release, Passenger.
Yeah.
After a young couple witnesses a gruesome highway accident, they soon realized they did not leave the crash scene alone. A demonic presence called the Passenger won't stop until it claims them both.
I just saw an advert for that today.
Yeah, and how did it look? Well, that's been a problem too.
Well, it just looks like the same old formulaic BS. It's like, come on, get a little more original. It's like, it's not crawling through the TV, but it's sitting next to you in the car. It's like if you drive alone, the mustached painter will sit next to you. To go back and use a reference to World War II, we were doing earlier. You drive alone and you get this demon, the passenger, sitting next to you. Yeah, can you just pull over there? I need to get some something from the Quick Trip. Their glacier donuts are really good. Yeah, yeah. Just sit here. Don't go anywhere because remember, I'm a demon. I can get you. Okay. By the way, do you want anything while I'm in there? They got those good pork sandwiches. Oh, you're Jewish? Never mind. Sorry about that. But I can get you something. Nothing? No, not even a big gulp? No problem. I'll be right back.
But, look at Mortal Kombat 2. I would consider that movie a flop.
Big time. And we all know about half of that international market was Jace.
If he enjoyed it,
yeah,
that's what really matters. Doesn't matter if I'm not going to see it. Doesn't matter if you're not going to see it. If he enjoyed it, that's what matters.
Oh, I'm just teasing, but it was kind of funny because I got a DM from Cash saying, "Yeah, he went to see it 7 times." Okay,
all right, that's cool. It's Jace's money. It's Jace's money. If that's what he wanted to see 7 times, then he can go see it 7 times. And its budget was.
I can't talk. I saw Star Trek 5 twice in the theater. So
when First Contact came out, I went and saw that more than once. So it was at least 4 times.
Yeah. I know I saw Batman 89 twice in the theaters. But I can't remember. There's not many besides, like, obviously Star Wars and such. I saw more than once in the theater. But
I'll tell you what I would have seen several times, and moreover, if I had actually gone to see it back then, was the Fellowship of the Ring.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
can I get 4 consecutive tickets for the Lord of the Rings? One for the first showing, one for the second showing, one for the third showing, and one for the fourth.
Yeah, and where can I put my bedroll?
Yeah. And it's good to see Sylvia, your lovely artist.
Hi, Sylvia.
I hope you're doing well on this Sunday. But, Mortal Kombat 2, the 2026 version, not the previous version. It had a production budget of 68 million. And it's only made 74 million domestically at the box office. Even at 120 million, it's a failure.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't know what reviews or anything about that of the film. Like I said, I know one person liked it. I can't say anything plus or minus about it, though.
No, I can't say anything about it. I watched the first one that was on HBO Max, and I had to turn my brain off to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And of course, I Love Boosters, a group of shoplifters take aim at a cutthroat fashion maven by stealing her clothes and reselling them at a lower price. What they call fashion forward philanthropy.
God.
No, that's a pass.
No. Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, it's too bad it made that much, but no. Just what we need is a movie about scumbags. And I'm sorry, it is scumbags. It's encouraging these things where they call it those teen whatever, and they running around like mad, and they just gush into stores and start shoplifting. And despite what the name is, it's not just the teens. And
it's
like,
adults.
no.
It's adults who should know better that do it as well.
Well, yeah, they know better, but it's in their nature. And I'm not talking racial; it's just how they view the world. It's in their nature. So, everything is evil out there. We have to strike back, and we'll do these mobs, these teen mobs. That's what it is. Yeah, and it's like no, it's thuggery, and it's not all teens. Yeah, there's teens in there. You know it. Helping bring up that next generation, aren't we?
But who's taught the teens? Who's there with the teens and the kids? Mm-hmm. It's the parents who are there with the kids. An adult is there with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dina, what's her name? The attorney. Jessica? Oh, no, not Jessica. I got my block on her name. Janine. I think it's Janine. Judge Janine. Yeah, right. Go after those parents that are letting their kids do this crap.
Yeah. And it's good to see Gary over on the Rumble side.
Hey, Gary. Not Gary, but Gary. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've said the same thing. I've said we're beyond adoring Baby Yoda. No, he's just like he looks like Shane now, that goblin.
Well, a lot of reviews seem to be saying the same thing about the Mandalorian and Grogu. You could tell it's a TV show just expanded for a movie theater environment.
Right. The same thing happened almost 20 years ago with Clone Wars when it went into the theater. It was 3 episodes put together to become a movie. George thought, we got these 3 episodes. Well, it'd be great if we just put another Star Wars film in there. But it's not going to be 20th Century Fox. It's going to be Warner Brothers, and so we won't have the fanfare. But put those 3 episodes together. Yeah, and I'm going to go and hang out with Harry. He's got some good weed.
Hey, George. You here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to go. You got the stuff, man? I got
the stuff, and I got the plane.
Oh, let's go flying because I want to really get beefed up when I have my meeting with Iger. Yeah, and because he wants to have a proposition with me, so I want to make sure I'm properly keeped up.
George, I seem to be having a problem with the plane. It's
What?
going down.
Why are we upside down, Harry? What's going on?
It'll be fine. I've landed this way before.
I don't want to go golfing, Harry. I just want to go back and, do a little Yoda ganja weed, man. Faster, more intense,
wait,
Harry.
You got Yoda ganja? That's good stuff, man. Come on, let's go back to your place.
I thought you had the ganja, Harry. You
No.
On the set. You're a big geef head. You outsmoked Snoop Dogg.
I had some cheap imitation. I didn't realize you had the good stuff. Come on, let's go back to your ranch, your Skywalker ranch, or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, I've been growing a special plant. I call it Wookiee Shag. You're gonna like it. It's like smoking your best friend.
I thought it'd be called Scruffy Nerf Herder.
Scruffy Nerf. No, gotta keep it close to the family. We got to get the Wookiee Shag.
But of course, at number 9 and number 10, you have Super Mario Galaxy movie, and you also have Project Hail Mary. Both movies you can buy now at home.
Oh yeah, which is another problem.
Yeah,
immediate gratification, folks.
Yeah, movies are only out in theaters for at most 45 days before they're on a streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
And then in order for that streaming service price to drop, you have to wait for a physical release, if there's a physical release.
Yeah. Which is becoming rarer and rarer.
Mm-hmm. I was in my local Walmart the other day, and none of the movies they had available for purchase interest me. Of course, one of those movies being Fantastic Four First Steps. It's like, no, I'm not interested.
Sorry, I had to let a cat out of the room.
No problem.
I still got the doxy. I let the cat go. Bye, mouse. Well, yeah, that's just it. I mean, I hate saying this, but that's okay. Fine, let's just get rid of the theater then, because you're shoving everything to streaming right away. It's a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
But you're only doing it to yourself.
I'm definitely gonna go see Masters of the Universe. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna judge it for myself. I'm gonna point out the positives when I do my short review. I'm gonna point out the negatives. I'm even thinking about doing a full live stream, going into more detail that night.
From inside the theater as he's watching.
All right, guys. I have to be very careful that I don't get caught. But yeah, this movie, yeah. You see what happens? See?
By the power of Walmart, I have the shopping power. Look at all these toys in the toys aisles.
Well, it's like I said when I'd gone to see Top Gun for the 40th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Not that long ago at my local theater, and they had a Castle Grayskull popcorn bucket, and also comes with a cup on display. They didn't have any in stock, and they said at the time they were being told they're only getting 4 of them. They don't know if they're getting any more, but they weren't able to sell that one because it was only for display. But I looked at it and said, no, that doesn't look too bad. And I was thinking, yeah, just imagine this, folks. I start my short review and go, finally, Castle Grayskull is mine. And it comes with a popcorn and a drink. Excellent.
Just as long as he doesn't do one of those short reviews like,
Hate it.
Well, it could be one of two things. I hate it, I like it, or I'm just like, eh. But I won't know until I see it.
Right. Meh. I don't think you're going to have a meh moment. It's either going to be good or bad. I'm predicting that.
I mean, I did hear one of the tracks that was released for it this morning, and it's the end credit track, and it doesn't sound too bad. It definitely sounds like it could have come from the 80s.
I got the touch. I got the power.
Wrong franchise,
I
man.
have the power. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Oh, by the way, I did hear that remastered one the other day. It was on the YouTube. Sounded
What?
good. Sounded
Yeah,
really good.
I liked it. And that's also what enticed me to order the reformatted edition of the soundtrack. It's like, okay, this sounds good.
Exactly.
The music score, Tim, it sounds like it came from the 80s, is what I'm saying.
It's got that style, that filmation power.
Not only the filmation power, but you go into an 80s movie, even RoboCop, and it's got that loud, bombastic sound. It's full of energy. And
yeah, a lot of things that modern scores don't have.
So we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what next weekend's box office is like for Mandalorian and Grogu in its second week. It could be number 1. It could be number 2. It could be number 4. We don't know yet.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. And I'll admit, there would have been a time I would have wanted to go see Mandalorian and Grogu. That's no longer the time.
No, too little, too late now. Especially with how they ruined Mando.
Yeah.
And they're only relying on a little piece of snot with ears.
And especially seeing some clips from season 3 of The Mandalorian, it's like, no. I'm not saying season 2 was perfect. It was watchable.
Yeah. It was still Star Wars. It still felt like Star Wars, yeah.
But what I saw from clips of season 3, and I saw enough where it felt like I saw the whole season. It's like, nah, I'm sorry, you've lost me completely. But to be honest, I was already out, especially after Kenobi.
Oh yeah. They could, as the vehicles were in that,
What was a shame about Kenobi to me was the fact that the first episode headed off to the right start. It was the second episode that it's like, are we watching the same show here?
Well, no, of course not. It's called Bait and Switch Wars.
I got you to keep your subscription and watch the show.
And again, it was something that really did not need to happen.
No.
Obi-Wan is on Tatooine watching Luke. He is not to leave. You could have had adventures on Tatooine where he's protecting the Lars family from, there's one thing. Darth is not necessarily going to come back to Tatooine. Too many bad memories. It's bad enough that he had to chase Leia there in the first Star Wars film, right? And if you have an Inquisitor bloodhound that close, it's going to ring bells. It doesn't make sense. Especially, and of course, then let's let Luke and Darth battle again. No. That is to be on the Death Star. Despite what everyone's trying to do to try to fix it, doing the sycophant things about, really, honestly, it could have been referring to this, but no! He was on Tatooine watching Luke, and then, boom, the adventure happens. He dies on the Death Star with a second battle against young Anakin. aka Darth.
Darth Vader was a pupil of mine. He turned to evil.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, part of it was because of them firing Gina Carano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was one of the things that I went, okay, fine. Then I'm not going to watch your Star Wars. Forget your product.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I don't need to recap my feelings on the fight last weekend. You've all heard it.
Yeah. She let us down.
But when it comes to our favorite franchises, it's like we were saying last night, you need that Bible. You need to stick by that Bible because those are the rules for that universe.
Exactly.
That is the sandbox for that universe.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't remember. The show's unforgettable. The show's forgettable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, it just no reason why except they wanted to get all the women who are all on Twitter over Ewan McGregor. I want my Obi-Wan fix. Oh, it's Obi-Wan.
And then we had a cameo from Liam Neeson. Yes, Obi-Wan, where's my daughter? I will hunt you down. Qui-Gon, you don't have a daughter. Oh, sorry, wrong franchise. I can't really do a Liam Neeson impression.
Yeah, it's got that Irish, husky, whatever, huffy talk, my daughter. I can't do one either. Qui-Gon gone. Qui-Gon Jen. There we go.
Qui-Gon gone.
Yeah. Well, he did have a man bun.
Oh, I was gonna say you'd have to smoke a bond in order to enjoy some of modern entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sad again looking at this box office and seeing how low it is.
Mm-hmm.
For Memorial Day. Hell, remember when the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were popular and they were making bankrolls of money?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You went into a theater and it's like you went from one theater and then it's like you got done and you went to another theater for a different movie. Mm-hmm. And then the next day you went for another film. I mean, yeah. I mean, one, the tickets were affordable, and two, they were fun. The one weekend, the former long suffering and I, we saw Seabiscuit because she loves horses and horse racing, and it was a good film. I mean, yeah, we went to see Titan AE, very underrated film, by the way, Don Bluth production, very underrated, and it should not have bombed like it did. It shouldn't have. And then we saw League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh boy, I feel sorry for you. You were probably like me. Oh, this popcorn's very good.
Yeah, I kind of was going there, and it's going. Yeah. At least Sean Connery's good in there. Yeah. Even though you can kind of tell what the fuck is going on around here.
That's it. After this movie's over, I'm quitting.
Yeah, this is a sign from God.
I mean, the last movie that I saw that was packed was the first Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, it was Dune Part 2. But other than that, I haven't been to too many movies where the auditorium I'm in is packed full of people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in this decade.
Yeah, I mean, It's sad that we don't really see that much anymore.
No.
We see sold out empty theaters.
I mean, a decade ago, going to see the first Deadpool movie, it was packed. Going to see Wonder Woman, it was packed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going to see one of the Avengers movies, it was packed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there was even a pretty good crowd for the Improbable Jokers or whatever those guys are. Their movie. I mean, it had, a little bit of a good turnout. I can't remember how Dune was for a turnout. And I think that might have been the last film I've seen in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you know what? I'm going to bring up IMDb again because I want to see what movies are coming out just within the next couple of weeks.
IMDb.
Actually, I'll do it on Box Office Mojo. That'll be easier.
Box Office Mojo. There.
I mean, IMDb owns
a jingle
Box
on the
Office.
fly. A jingle on the fly, folks. See?
But IMDb owns Box Office Mojo. It's their site. So, let's see.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Legally Blonde is back out in theaters for its 25th anniversary, but I didn't even see it in the top 10.
No.
And then on the 29th, you have Tuner, of course, Pressure, The Breadwinner. Look, Supermom lands a Shark Tank deal, switching roles with her breadwinner husband. He struggles to adapt as a stay-at-home dad to their three daughters.
I've seen the adverts. Not impressed.
All right.
It looks like a bad situation comedy. Or sometimes it looks like a commercial for, again, Quick Trip, because they're driving along. It's like, don't, on the road, and there's a commercial similar to it with Quick Trip where, tune in and get our chicken fingers. It's like, I don't know. It hasn't grabbed me.
And I'm just going to look at the movies that are in wide release, not the limited release. Backrooms, after a therapist patient disappears into a dimension beyond reality, she must venture into the unknown to save him.
I'm not expecting high results on that one.
No. And again, just look at the wide releases. Power Ballad. Rick, a washed-up wedding singer, and Danny are fading boy band star bond over music and a late-night jam session when Danny turns Rick's song into a hit. Rick sets out to reclaim the recognition he believes he deserves.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like it could be a comedy, or is a comedy. Is that
comedy, drama, musical? It looks like Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I certainly can't read that poster with how small some of the font is.
They should be able to make it so you can blow it up,
Well, that's why I'm opening
I think I see Paul Rudd. Is it Paul Rudd?
I'm opening it in another window so I can increase it inside.
Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas.
Yeah, that's a skip. Not a fan of those guys, Mike? Nope. Let's see. Of course, will it have the power?
It has the touch. It has the power. I am the power. Oh, sorry. Good. Mixing two up again.
I am Humanimus Prime.
Humanimus Prime.
Well, we'll see. I'll be honest.
Mega Skeletron. Yeah.
That works. But I still have my reservations about it, but I'm still going to go see it for myself so I can judge it for myself. Let's see. Scary movie. People have liked the Scary Movie because of the parody to horror movies, whether they're classic or they were, the current horror movies that were out at the time, but I don't know. Is it still going to have the same comedy as the previous ones? Are they still going to, go there?
Didn't they just have like Scary Movie 15 or something?
I think they had Scary Movie 7. I think this is actually the 8th. Let me look. I'll just ask how many movies are in the Scary Movie franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a second. I did see, and it's not a joke, that the popcorn bucket for a Scary Movie actually looks like a bomb.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay, this will be the 6th one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close.
Yep. Okay, and again, I'm just looking for wide release. The current. During a business trip to Geneva, Lena's impulsive decision leads to a perilous consequences. Back in Buenos Aires, she tries to bury her secret, but the dark past she left behind resurfaces to threaten her current life. Okay, it sounds like every other movie we've had before. Well, you could go see The Birdcage for its 30th anniversary on June 7th. That's a funny movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Going into the broader list. Only movie on that list I'm interested in seeing is Pressure.
I'm not seeing any wowzers in this at all.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean.
You're not being mean. You're being factual. That you look at the list and you don't see anything that's making you go, "Oh yeah, I'm going to take the long suffering to go see this."
Mm-hmm. Or vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Not even these movies in limited release are making me go, "Yeah, I want to see that."
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's that Disclosure Day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not interested. Not interested. Stop that train. Boy, that sounds like a... Oh, Joe, that sounds like a name from one of the 50s, 60s comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's got Sarah Michelle Gellar, Missy Pyle, Joe McHale, and Ricky Lindorn.
Whoever that is. Ooh, the BTS World Tour. Aryong in Busan. Ooh, we got to see that one. No.
Well, for anime fans, they can go see Ponyo.
Yep. Ponyo's kind of popular over there.
Yep. Ooh, because it's coming to theaters. UFC Freedom 250.
Oh, my. I'm not surprised. Probably live, too.
Yeah.
Because now we got the technology. We have the ability.
Tim is saying they remade the Thomas Crown Affair for 2027 with Michael B. Jordan as the star.
Why?
The Resurrection of the Christ, Part 1, no spoiler. I haven't read the book yet. I think that would do well.
Yeah, Mel Gibson continuing the Passion of the Christ, and I believe Jim Caviezel is signed on for it, so it's basically going to be like Revelation, I think.
Yeah. Greg Allman, The Music of My Soul. I guess if you like the Allman Brothers.
Yeah. Toy Story 5.
Okay. I don't think we need a Toy Story 5. I don't think they needed a Toy Story 4. I think Toy Story 3 ended it perfectly.
Yeah. Blood out of Stone.
Mm-hmm. The Death of Robin Hood. Hugh Jackman,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jodie Comer, Skarsgård, Jade Crook. I don't know.
They did that.
I haven't been that impressed with Hugh Jackman ever since he cheated on his wife.
Well, we already had that. Robin and Marion with young Connery. Yeah, I mean, we already had that. So Peter Asher, Eddie Lamont. Yeah.
Oh, Horizon, Rose of Nevada, Girls Like Girls. And that's as far as it goes up to. Ocean's 11, the 25th anniversary of the one with George Clooney.
There's really nothing in that pile that I want to see at all. I hate to say it. I really do, because, it's just... I'm sorry. Entertainment's dead. I'm black-pilled now.
I'm going to see Masters of the Universe because I have a gift card. Yes, I am going to give money to the concession stand for a drink and popcorn. Because I believe in supporting my theater.
Right.
But there's nothing that's really going, yeah, I got to see that. I want to see that. And I don't think it's because we're getting older, Baron. I think it's has a lot to do with the fact that we're not getting anything new.
Oh, yeah, it has nothing to do with age. I mean, my grandfather was seeing movies, well into his elderly years. And, there's always going to be something out there, at least in the old days, that, it didn't matter how old you were, there was something that could grab you, or, grab multiple age brackets. But now, again, it has nothing to do with age. I don't think old. That's, my body, unfortunately, is telling me otherwise. But I'm just as immature as I am today as I was when I was 18. There's just nothing out there. Nothing that screams, wow. It's like, what is there? I mean, and the same thing when it comes around to on the streaming stuff, when they try to wow you with, it's like, I see those adverts, saying about this show is on this service, or this is like, yeah, I'm not interested. It don't look good.
I mean, you mentioned, the streaming services having movies that don't look good. It's like, I think the only thing that might be coming up on a streaming service that I at least have some curiosity about, and I wanted to check it out, is the Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage.
That looks interesting.
And Tim says, 25 years ago in June was my high school graduation. If it was up to me, I would have had them play Thus Spoke. I'm not even going to try saying that because I'm going to butcher it during it. And I don't want to insult Tim by butchering it.
Also spoke Zarathustra.
Thank you. That
You're welcome. Sometimes it's Brock. Also Spock Zarathustra. So, yeah.
It must mean something when we can respectfully watch the OG Star Wars trilogy, even though we know the outcomes. Well, I can't deny it. If they really are going to be releasing the original theatrical version of Star Wars next year for the 50th, I do want to see it. Because that's the Star Wars I remember watching. Not the special edition, not the special edition, but Star Wars 77. No New Hope, just Star Wars. It can still have the crawl, but get rid of that A New Hope. That wasn't there in 77.
Nope.
Mike, you weren't even born in 77. Yeah, I was born a year later. But I am interested in seeing that, Baron.
Definitely. That's the way to see it, man. The original, the way it was originally meant to be when it came out, and no bloody 4, 5, or 6.
Yep.
No New Hope. New Hope. It's just Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. It had a beginning, it had a middle, it had an end.
Yep.
And DJ, good to see you, brother. He says the Mandalorian.
Oh, Mandalorian. Ooh, he's coming out shooting guns ablazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in 2001, 2010.
Yep. And yes, Han shot first and only. There was no shot from Greedo. Greedo never had a chance.
Nope. Greedo was ED.
And the thing is, too, Baron, those of us who grew up watching the OG Star Wars the way it originally was, we'll be able to spot anything that might have been added.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The one thing I wish George would have done is Red Leader, putting Red Leader in there, and the full extended one where he is telling Luke that he met his father and what a good pilot he was, and he's going to he wants to tell he's going to tell stories of when they get back, and it's like, oh, can you imagine how heart crushing that would be? Is that then you go in the battle and the guy who's going to do all that, who knew your father was, gets shot down. It's like, come on. That would have been impactful, in my opinion. I mean, it's great that they expanded on Biggs. But, other than that, you really didn't need to do much to Star Wars.
No. It was a story about a farm boy who wanted to do something bigger and better in his life. And circumstances that were unfortunate for him as far as his family were concerned thrust him into the heat of the war that was going on between the rebels and the Empire. And he turns out to be the hero. Of course, he meets a scruffy-looking nerf herder and his hairball sidekick and a princess who's actually his sister. But she wasn't his sister back in the original 77. She was a princess.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I know we're old fuddy-duddies, but
yeah. What?
We have things that we like, and I think between all of us, we understand why we like those things the way they were.
Mm-hmm.
And to anyone who doesn't like old things, that's fine. You're not gonna gravitate to everything that you see. You're going to see something that was made prior to you being born, and it's not going to grab you, and that's fine. Just like we see things that are made today, and we look at it and go, no, I just can't do it. And we have our reasons, because the story is not there. The acting is not there. I mean, hell, I'll go back to Alien Romulus.
Right.
The first portion of that movie was actually starting off very good. You got these young kids. They're tired of working and slaving away, doing a meaningless job. They have a chance to leave. One of them's denied, and they find out about the station that's in orbit, and they actually go aboard that station. They don't know a lot about it, but it starts off good. Then it gets about halfway into the movie, and it starts to fall apart. It starts to rely too heavily on the aliens, Alien Resurrection, and even Alien 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, to answer your question, Tim, yes / and or no, but it is a more time than we have today. I could get into it. So
Yeah.
And I got the receipts.
And DJ says, network back. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. And
Oh yeah.
G-Rock
Great
says, I don't
minds,
have
fantasy.
anything to add, mostly just listening. What else can I say about Star Wars anyway? Well, we know how good it was, G-Rock.
Yep. Sorry about the puppy parade. The wife
It's
came
all
by
right.
to let them out.
It's all right. They're a viewing audience. They're critics too.
Yeah. I don't think they were reviewing. Duchess was sleeping, and I don't know what the other dogs were doing. But the long suffering came by to let them out. So everybody should be somewhat happy.
Yeah. But Baron, before we start wrapping things up here for this edition of Pop Talk, is there anything that you want to bring up?
Oh, nothing much except I'll reiterate again shortly, though, not as long. Yes, I wish everybody to have a solemn and respectful Memorial Day. Think of those that have gone before us in the service to this nation, and let's not use this as an excuse to go see movies, flip burgers, 3-day weekends, or anything like this. In fact, I wish they would return Memorial Day back to what it originally was. That day, it doesn't matter where it flipped upon. The moment they turned this into a 3-day weekend, they destroyed it. So please take a time out tomorrow and remember what this day is about.
Yes, truly.
And a pox on the company businesses that want to use this as a sales event.
Yeah, come get a new car during our Memorial Day 3-day weekend sale. Come down to JCPenney. Yes, there are still some JCPenney's around.
There is.
For our
Not
Memorial
here.
Day sale.
Mm-hmm.
But really, Memorial Day is a somber day. And you should take the time to thank those who are no longer here who paid the ultimate sacrifice. If you know of a veteran buried in your local cemetery, pay them some respects. Or if you live near one of our national cemeteries, where we have many men and women buried, pay your respects.
Yeah, Fort Snelling is ours by the airport, and of course the fort.
Yes, and if you're referring to the Adventure Continues, the Star Trek discussion there, Tim, the next episode of that will be Culus from Deep Space Nine. You hit me. Picard never hit me. I'm not Picard. And don't worry, I'll fill in some backstory for that episode on, the fact that you first meet Vosh in Captain's Holiday, and then she comes back for the Ramu Hood episode of Next Generation. Captain, I must protest. I am not a merry man. But that will be the next episode of The Adventure Continues, a Star Trek discussion. And DJ says he's been reading about Paleu. I don't know if I said that right or wrong. I probably said it wrong.
Probably.
So, the past few weeks. Yeah, Memorial Day experience, yeah. I feel like this July 4th is going to be a big one. like the bicentennial. Well, I mean, it should be a big celebration.
It should be. But there was a lot more leading up to the bicentennial than this one, which saddens me even more. But forgive me for being this way here. We got too many people in this nation that hates this country. I mean, you just hear it. You know, you see them out there and they're spewing vile on this nation, even though they live here and they have, you know, basically excelled here. They, you know, they've been given all this opportunity, and many are, you know, well off, but yet they speak out vile hatred of this country, how bad we are, how we just came in and, or came in and took everything away on stolen land, as they speak on stolen land, behind their gated communities, and that's the problem. The episode of The Simpsons was funny. It's like, you know, how Nelson sat back. The sight of those tall ships coming in really unified the nation after Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, funny, but yet poignant. You know, what he was saying there, because it was right. You know, we had the freedom trains running across the United States. We luckily had the steam one that came here, and whatnot. We have so many nattering nabobs about how bad this country is, how horrible this country is, how this country's got to be like other places. No. Our country is our country. We have the document, the Bible of this nation, which we should adhere to, the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
We have, you know, we've had ups and downs just like any other nation. We're no different than that. But I do believe we are a more perfect nation. Because those that go out there and scream about how they're being oppressed don't know what the F they're talking about, because if they truly were, they wouldn't be out there screaming. They'd be arrested and thrown away somewhere where you never see it. Unlike all this false things where they get thrown into a jail cell for a couple hours and they come out like they're Nelson friggin' Mandela. It's like, no, you are not oppressed. You're not you're not being locked away. You're not being silent. In fact, you know, you have the right to remain silent. Please use it, because no matter where you go, you hear them screaming. You're not being held down. The only thing that's holding you down is you in your narrow-mindedness. We have communists now running countries, our cities.
We have communists running states.
Yes. That's not America. That's not the Constitution. This is a country. It was Kearney who said that? Oh, okay. I thought it was Nelson. Okay. I stand corrected. But he was with Nelson. But, you know, the thing is you can't be prosperous if the government is telling you what to do. And we have fallen so far away. And no wonder why it's not generating the same excitement as Bicentennial. And it pains me. I was there for the Bicentennial. It was mind-blowing. We should be just as mind-blowing for this one. A quarter of a millennia as a nation. Think of that. Don't think 250. Think a quarter of a millennia.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm excited to be able to celebrate this 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Because this will be the first big celebration I've been a part of. I wasn't a part of the one in 76.
You weren't around. We didn't allow you to be around.
I wasn't even a twinkle in my mother's eye yet.
See, that's proof positive. We didn't want you around.
And honestly, I don't think there's going to be a stream that night, because I want to celebrate. I want to get out there and celebrate. I want to watch the fireworks.
Right. This country is a great country. I still think it's the greatest country in the world. A quarter of a century we've been around. Soviet Union only lasted 7. Our great enemy at the time, right? It's a land of opportunity. Why is that? Well, look at all the people that want to come here.
Look at all the people who have come here and they've made something of themselves.
Right. You don't have people wanting to leave. And even those that sit back and say they want to leave, the little pissants that they are, don't. Except for, thankfully, Rosie O'Donnell. But even Ellen DeGenerate had to turn around and change her mind because, well, England didn't like her. Well, Ireland doesn't like Rosie either, but that's beside the point. But, you know, she couldn't handle being in England. She had to come back here. That's a good question, DJ. It'd be great. Remember our soldiers now and remember how great this nation is on July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Where else would you want to be? India? You know, get a scratch and you die of tetanus or some other infectious horrid disease because it's filthy. Yeah. And yes, it is. Just go on.
Or you know, you go, because I read a story about this. A young man had gone to India, thought, you know what, I'm hungry. I'm going to get food from a street vendor. Gets that food. They come back, they got sick, and they had parasites. And unfortunately, this young man ended up dying.
Yeah.
Here, I'll find the story.
Right. Oh, yeah. You got that. They don't say it. But you want to go to England that truly does have a repressive government where they do haul you away. It's more important because you might have hurt somebody's feelings on the friggin' interwebs than a person going out there and stabbing a person to death. Yeah, try calling in the fact that someone's slashing someone to death in England, and then having their call go through and saying that somebody posted something mean on the internet. They'll send the people out to the house of the person that sent the mean tweet. I wish I could say I'm over exaggerating, but I'm not.
Yeah, I got the story right here, folks. I'm not going to read it here on the show, but I'm going to provide the link.
Parasites are not your friends, folks.
Nope.
This truly is. And this nation goes, so does the world. And we will enter a new dark age. Mm-hmm. And I'm not kidding about that. We have been the one that's been supporting this world for so long. How much of our money has been going out to these other nations just to prop them up because they're living on these socialist utopian ideas. But if they didn't get our money, they would collapse or they would have to change. Like France.
Mm-hmm.
Like Germany. Like many of the others over there. And that's our hard-earned money. Money that should be for us to make this country even better. Not to prop up failed ideas.
Failed ideas after failed idea after failed idea.
Yeah, and that's not including the scams. Like this state is riddled with. Riddled. And no, the ringleader did not get sentenced to jail. She's not the ringleader. But she was singing her song. She was saying the names. And they should be the ones that be serving time. Allison and Walls.
I mean, we were able to do that last night, Tim. Talking out as adults and say, this is why you have to pay attention to Star Trek's Bible.
Those of us who have been patriotic and love this nation have been called every friggin' name in the book the last decade and some. We are what was it Hillary called us? We were I can't remember what was you're something I can't remember, but she was kind enough. Instead of trying to unite a nation, she was splitting apart.
Deplorables.
Deplorable, yeah. She was calling us, calling those of us that love this nation deplorable. Instead of trying to find a uniting thing to say, we're deplorables. the Midwest has been nothing but sneered upon by the coasts, but yet, and mocked because of our faith that we have out here, that all this across the board. But yet, as they sneer and say, "Yeah, you just give thoughts and prayers," it's like, no, we give donations, and Penn Jillette even had to sit back and admit that the Midwest gives the most donations out whenever there's a cry for help. And meanwhile, all the people on the coast just sit on their thumbs and think about how great they are.
Well, I'm saying this because I'm originally from California. There are people out in California, not all, but some people out in California who think California is the center of the universe.
Yeah, they don't know it's Minnesota. No, we have 50 great states, even California. Unfortunately, it's just been hijacked. Just like we have these great cities. Unfortunately, the major one, has been hijacked again by those that don't love this country. And they wonder why everyone's leaving. Because this is supposed to be a land of prosperity. This is a land that we're supposed to go out there and seek liberty, pursuit of happiness, to try to make something of ourselves. Yeah, we're not necessarily going to succeed, but at least you have the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And you might fail once, you might fail twice. How long? Then you start realizing how old Harlan Sanders was before Kentucky Fried Chicken really became a thing.
Yeah, he was an older gentleman at the time. I can't think of his actual age. I can look that up.
Yeah, he's some years old. He died in 1980, but yeah, he was up there. No, he wasn't a real colonel.
No, that was just his gimmick.
Yeah. Well, no. Coming from Kentucky and all that, you could, there's some sort of custom or whatever where you can go around calling yourself colonel, such as Colonel Tom Parker, Colonel Harlan Sanders. Yeah, I don't think it's something that is used much today.
Yeah, and speaking of Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think a lot of them should go back to how the buildings used to look.
Enough of the European death, euthanasia centers. Yeah, enough of that. I'm tired of that look. I want American looks, not these European dour-looking, close to brutalistic architecture. Yeah. I want us to be vibrant, not something that looks like it's a converted cargo container. Unless of course you're running a store that's European based. Okay, fine. But when we're talking about our giants here, like KFC, like McDonald's, like Burger King, like Wendy's, they should
Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut used to be a giant.
Oh hell yeah! Godfather's was at one time. Do it. I mean, get back to your looks. Your look and how you present yourself was just as important as the product you were selling.
Mm-hmm.
But the trouble is, too, a lot of these people that run these countries, these companies, these monopolies, they don't consider themselves Americans, and I'm not joking.
Oh, I know it.
And it falls through. So they're pushing the big garbage on all of us. I mean, look how they're trying to push so hard with the tiny home. Why? We don't need a tiny home. You want a tiny home? Enjoy yourself. But quit trying to tell me I need to have one.
I don't want a tiny home. I don't want to be in cramped living quarters.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, and it's like, oh, yes, it's perfect and fine. And I'm bringing up my 5 children in here and blah, blah, blah. And then later you hear the tragic story when someone finally snapped. No, some of those tiny homes would be great for a cabin, though. But no, not to live in. Sorry.
Maybe if you were there for a week, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
For a week.
Yeah. I could do it. I would enjoy it. It's just the fact that you're away from everything, but not for life.
Yeah, not for everyday life.
Mm-hmm. We're Americans. We should not be ashamed that we like things big. We should not be ashamed that we want to have the best life possible. We should not be ashamed that we want to enjoy our lives. But yet we're made to do so. And maybe that's one of the reasons why it reflects in our entertainment. Our entertainment doesn't do anything to help us enjoy our lives, look forward to our lives, to be thankful for what we have. None of that. It's just the incredible piling on constantly of this great nation of ours.
And it's going to continue to happen because we keep having our own politicians who don't like this country speak out against this country and tell everybody how bad it is. Doesn't matter if it's Democrats, Republicans. Both sides are doing it.
Right. Or even independents. I mean, just because you're a third party doesn't mean that you're a good party.
So what we're trying to say here, folks, is, appreciate where you live. Appreciate the country. If you live in the United States of America, appreciate it, because it could be a hell of a lot worse.
And most importantly, I know people get their nose out of joint when I say this, but they should consider this the greatest blessing in the world. You don't like it here, you have the freedom to leave and go to where you think it is wonderful, which a lot of people did not have or do not have, like people of Cuba. They don't have the opportunity to leave unless it's under the guise of night, and they might get shot. Or North Korea. Are many of these other nations where it's like the walls are put up to keep people from leaving, not from an invasion coming in. And that's the big difference. You're free to go if you don't like it here. Don't force me to live your life style. I got the Constitution. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. She's not perfect, but she's the country that we all live in, and we should all do our best to help make her better than what she was yesterday.
Right. I love our lady, just like the Enterprise. She's a beautiful lady, and we love her.
Yeah, she's got some blemishes. We all have blemishes.
There's a long, complex history to this nation. But they just want to glom on the bad stuff nowadays.
Yep, that's unfortunate. But what's not unfortunate is having each and every one of you with us tonight during this edition of Pop Talk. And, of course, Lady Mist. Thank you for being here. And also, again, thank you for that $2 super sticker of that Chiba Emu Farting Hearts for last night's The Adventure Continues, the Star Trek discussion. Jason Fox of 540 Studio. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Really appreciate you.
Norwegian.
Pat Wannabe. Thank you, brother, for stopping by. And thank you for always supporting the channel. Everybody, thank you for supporting the channel. Whether it's Pop Talk, whether it's a game stream, or The Adventure Continues. Thank you. Lord Thoth, thank you very much for stopping by this evening. Apollome's Minions. She stops by many channels while she's driving on the road. And I really appreciate that. And again, my condolences to you on the loss of Simi. But stay safe.
In bad weather. It's like,
it's
a hard job.
It is a hard job being a trucker and making sure that supplies are transported from one area to the next. It's our supply chain. Real Wade Gaming Clips. Wade, good to see you, brother. And, like I said, I've known you long enough, and it was time to make you a mod. Pops. Great guy, Pops. If you're not subscribed to his channel, then you should be, because Pops provides great content, great discussions with people like Ironcaster, Stone Loki, Squeak Mouse. Baron has been a part of his recordings, even live streams, talking about different topics, different movies that the two of them have either mutual interest in, or maybe one has seen a movie and the other hasn't. But Pops does great work over on his channel, and I'm just getting his link for everybody to subscribe to Pops.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah. But don't see Forbidden World. Forbidden Planet, yes. Forbidden World, no.
Yes. That'll give Baron nightmares if you do. What? You saw Forbidden World? What were you thinking?
No. I'd be cackling like Phil McCracken at Paul.
Oh, that's worse, man.
I know.
And of course, thank you to the Long Suffering for stopping by after the Banana Bowl game. Really appreciate it. Of course, Lester, thank you for being here this evening. Tim, thank you for being here this evening. Sylvia, you're a lovely artist. Thank you for being here this evening, and also for your repost and retweets about not just this stream, but many other streams. Really appreciate it. Gary, over on Rumble, thank you, brother. It's good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. DJ Ronnie G and his turtles. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate your support, man.
Nerd.
And Tim has a question. What about Fantastic Planet?
I need to see that one. That's a.
I've never seen it. I have never seen it.
I think it's a French animated film, but it's really weird science fiction. I mean, weird.
Okay. So, in other words, it's trippy.
Very. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, just to let
you need to sit down and watch it.
All right. I wonder if it's in public domain.
I don't know. It might be on one of the streaming services or free ones.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you've got Tubi, you've got Pluto, you got others that you can choose. But as far as what's coming up on the channel for this week, Tuesday, I'll be playing more Mouse PI for Hire. I'll try to beat that boss. So I did look up a couple of things in that game, and I noticed that I wasn't doing something against that boss that I should have been doing. So hopefully I'll be able to beat that boss on Tuesday. I'm watching the video. I'm going, I didn't realize you could do that. So again, that'll be coming up. Of course, there will be the Wednesday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk at 6 p.m. Eastern. And all these streams are at 6 p.m. Eastern for YouTube, Rumble, and Blaze. And I don't know what we're going to be talking about yet for Wednesday, but I'll be looking for articles tomorrow night as I schedule Wednesday's Pop Talk, and we'll all find out together. And then Thursday, I'm going to be playing a game that I played the demo for, and I really enjoyed the demo. I did think there needed to be some tweaking for the controls when I played the demo, but overall, it was a solid game, and it's going to be Metal Eden for Thursday. Yes, we're slowly and surely moving on from other games that I've been playing, especially now that Black Myth Wukong is done. And then, of course, no stream on Saturday, and next Sunday, I invite you all to sit back, relax, join the conversation as we watch The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers Extended Edition. And of course, Shane and Dorkero will be with us. Also, Cash will hopefully be with us Wednesday. And
yeah, I'll be there.
But to everybody who was here, let's see. Let me try to. And Tim's answering my question from 1973. Nope. The only catch to that that I've learned is if the copyright holder decided they're going to let the copyright go, and then that's when a movie or TV show will be in public domain after a few years.
Yeah, which has happened.
Yeah. But everybody, thank you for being here. Really do appreciate it. Oh no,
Yeah.
DJ, why are you reciting the lyrics to Captain Planet?
Great.
The power is yours.
Just what we need. Just what we need. Good old Tom Hanks jumping. Not Tom Hanks, but what did I say? Tom Hanks? Where I'm an idiot.
Don Cheadle.
No, Tom. No, Maverick.
Tom Cruise.
Thank you. Jumping around on our couches because he provided the voice originally for Captain Planet and then wandered off. But yeah, we're, again, like we said before, about not liking this country, you're free to leave. And as people in the chat, you got the same thing, but you chose to stay with us, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, I do, because there are times I see people and it's like, hey, great to have you here, and then I don't see it again. It's like, what, was it something I said?
Usually it's what I say.
But again, I appreciate everybody who's been here from the beginning, who's found this channel throughout the years, and your continued support really does mean a lot. And I look forward to seeing your names in the chat and finding out how your week's been and catching up with you. Even if you guys do hear me go, oh, this motherfucker on this piece of shit when I'm playing the game. I know I'm trying to tell myself don't curse as much, but then I get back to that old habit. I got to break that habit.
The gaming stream. Just say the gaming stream.
Yeah. But everybody, you have a great Sunday, and until next time, remember two things on Pacific414. Of course, also Baron. Before I do that, you got anything coming up?
No. I'm boring.
You're not boring. You're not boring. You'll get back to streaming soon.
Yep.
But remember, on Pacific414, two things. I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy. And don't ever give up on me in a game, because just when you do, you might miss something.
Read Dynamics. Just kidding.
With your powers combined, I am Captain Xenu.
Some Scientology humor there. Ha ha ha.
But a bump. I thought we had that sound effect at one point. We may not.
We may have.
Maybe
it was on the other thing.
Yeah, that was on Evie Mux.
Yeah.
That was definitely on Evie Mux, which, like I said to you, I'm gonna look into see if it's gotten better, and if it has, we might be switching back to Evie Mux.
Woot!
Well, I mean, I like some of the features on that. I also like the fact that you can actually talk to your guest who is backstage instead of having to, wait until they got on stage, or, give them the rundown real quick before you start the show, how things are going to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, I believe it or not, I actually like TV much better, more than StreamYards, but there was those certain little issues we kept on running into that, how can we sail this great ship when, the propeller keeps falling off? It's like...
And Lady Miss says, I'm fine, curse all I want. Well, I curse like a sailor. But, that's also what happens when you're fixing things too. You end up cursing like a sailor to get, say a screw to finally come out. Come on, you blasted piece of... Where do you think I learned all that stuff? From my dad. Who learned it from his dad? My grandfather. But everybody, have a good night. And again, to those that we have lost, in times of war and peacetime, defending this country, remember them, for they paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, all.
Night.
Autobots, transform and roll out!